Chapter 11. Accelerating Your Growth. Get quiet for a moment and ask yourself, how long do I think it will take until I'm enlightened? Do you find yourself answering, I never will, or it will take lifetimes? Do you think it's presumptuous to imagine that you could reach enlightenment in this lifetime and be your higher self all the time? You create your own reality, and it is possible to create the reality in which you achieve enlightenment in this lifetime. You can become enlightened in this lifetime. You may have heard that it requires lifetimes to achieve enlightenment and to become your higher self. In times past, it often did. The denser energies of your physical plane, the level of consciousness of humanity, and the small number of spiritual teachers made enlightenment available to only a few people with years of special training. It took much discipline and self-awareness to break through the dense earth energies, for the way had been opened by only a few people. Today, the wave of light that is moving through your universe and the high levels of consciousness that many people are reaching is opening a larger channel to the higher realms and creating opportunities for many thousands to reach enlightenment in this lifetime. Your higher self is always growing, exploring, learning, and discovering new aspects of itself. Growing, reaching new levels of understanding, self-awareness, and aliveness is one of the main goals of all life. Growth never ends, for even when you reach higher levels, there are still further levels to go. Without growth, there is a contraction of life force energy. With growth, you feel vibrant, alive, healthy, and joyful. One of the most important elements in reaching enlightenment is the intensity of your desire to grow. The more you want to grow with all your being, the more rapidly you will reach enlightenment. One spiritual master held his student under water until he gasped for breath. You must desire enlightenment as intently as you just wanted air, and then you will have it just as quickly, he told the student as he released him. This is a popular story because it illustrates so well the relationship between the desire for your spiritual growth and its attainment. You may have heard that to desire anything is wrong, yet your desires teach you many things about yourself and the nature of reality. If you desire things that cause you suffering, that suffering will teach you to desire things that bring you joy. Even fulfilling material desires can create spiritual growth. Behind the desire for a new home or car is the desire to grow, expressed in a familiar form. As you gain mastery over manifesting your material desires, you will come to realize that material objects, prestige, fame, and wealth have little value unless they serve your higher purpose. You will reach a point where you have an increasingly strong desire to be your higher self. For some, that desire may come from fulfilling other desires and learning which desires truly serve them and which ones do not. How much do you desire to grow? To intensify your desire to grow, ask your higher self to show how your life will become even better as you grow spiritually. Some people think that growing spiritually means you have to give up all the things that you love doing. Instead, imagine that the more you grow, the more joyful and peaceful your life will become. You will be even more in touch with the stable, balanced, and calm inner part of yourself. You will be doing things that you love and carrying out your higher purpose with a sense of deep inner satisfaction. At a certain level of evolution, desire disappears and you just are. You don't desire, you don't want anything, and you are not in a state of having and not having. Until you reach that level, use desire as the tool it is. You have desire for a reason, so that you can desire your spiritual growth and thus be your higher self. Want your growth so much that it becomes an all-pervasive thought, for the more you desire it, the more you bring a spiritual orientation to everything you do, and the more rapidly you reach enlightenment. If you want to grow, it is important to examine your beliefs about growth. You will want to have flexible beliefs, an open mind, and trust that the universe is friendly. Do you believe that growth is a struggle, that it comes out of pain and crisis, that it takes a long time, or that it will probably take more than this lifetime for you to become your higher self? By choosing to hold positive thoughts about your growth, you can expand your potential for evolution. Growth can come instantaneously. You can grow with joy, and you can reach enlightenment in this lifetime. You can grow with joy rather than struggle. If you believe that growth comes from struggle, you will create crisis by which to grow. One of the greatest gifts you can give yourself is to dissolve any negative pictures you have about growth. Give yourself permission to have valuable and worthwhile things, such as your spiritual growth, come easily. It takes far less time and energy to grow through joy than to grow through struggle. Some people enjoy telling stories of how hard something was for them, as if their struggle was an accomplishment. How much more fun it would be to trade stories about how easily things came. You do not have to work hard day and night, feel exhausted, or surmount incredible odds and obstacles to have worthwhile achievements and grow spiritually. Some of you worry when things get too easy. As you increase your vibration, things will get easier. The challenge lies not in how hard things are, but in how expansive you can make your vision and how much can be accomplished with economy of energy, joy, and creative intent. If you have a situation in your life right now that is less joyful than you want it to be, realize that it is teaching you important lessons. If you are in a crisis, you may be reaching inward to the deepest part of your being and gaining a new strength and courage. You can choose to learn these lessons and gain these qualities with joy. Simply stop for a moment and make the decision to do so. Things will change. Your higher self will begin to create circumstances that allow you to experience the same growth through joy that in the past you created through struggle. You can grow instantaneously. Spiritual growth does not have to be step by step. It can be instantaneous. Think of some quality that you would like to have right now, such as inner peace, greater focus, or more self-love. How long do you think it will take for you to acquire it? You do not have to wait a year, 5 years, or a lifetime. You can increase your experience of this quality right now. Say to yourself, I accept more of this quality into my life. I am now more peaceful, focused, and loving to myself, or whatever fits the quality you choose. As you say these affirmations, you increase your experience of these qualities. When you say affirmations, it is important to say them in the present tense, rather than saying, I will be peaceful, which puts it off into the future. Say instead, I am now peaceful. Your subconscious mind does not know the difference between what is true and what you think is true. As you say these statements, you are reprogramming your subconscious mind to accept these thoughts as your reality. As it does, it will create changes in your life to match this new inner reality. Making your everyday life work is an important part of spiritual growth. Paying rent, taking good care of yourself, and being self-sufficient are as important to your spiritual growth as meditating. Growth, for most of you, comes from living life fully, not from avoiding life and going off to a cave to meditate all day. You are here to learn from each person, each situation, and every challenge you have. You are here to learn to be fully present and aware of what is happening around you, adding more clarity, harmony, and light to all that you do. Spiritual growth is learning to make your life work in every area, from your relationships to your career. As you put your spiritual light into everything you do, bring awareness and love to all your activities, and turn every experience into an opportunity for growth, you are being your higher self. In the beginning, your spiritual growth may be something that you focus on only occasionally. As you continue on your path, it will become an increasingly important part of your life. You will begin to turn everything you do into an opportunity to grow spiritually, even your everyday activities. Washing dishes, driving to work, or other routine things can provide you with an opportunity to grow. Can you be totally in the moment, focusing all your attention on what you are doing? Can you observe your thoughts from a new, higher level and change them into even more positive, uplifting ones? Can you keep your mind on one thing at a time, or send out love through your heart to people around you? Every single activity that you do, no matter how mundane, presents an opportunity for you to do it in a higher state of consciousness. You are not far from being enlightened just because you can't keep your heart open all the time, remain in a state of constant bliss, or meditate all day. As your personality comes increasingly under the influence of your higher self, there will be many moments when the connection is weaker and many when it is stronger. Old fears and concerns may surface. Look at how long these difficult moments last. As you grow, you will move through these states more and more rapidly. You will have more frequent feelings of clarity, purpose, and direction. Your ability to nurture yourself and serve others will increase. At first, there may be little evidence of your spiritual progress. As time goes on, your ability to return to and stay in a higher state of consciousness will increase. Your insights will become more numerous. Coincidences, telepathic connections, and flashes of inner knowing will occur more often. Acknowledge these moments, for as you do, you will draw more of these events to you. Accelerating your growth comes from accepting and loving yourself as you are right now. Some of you think you will love yourself better when you have become evolved and perfect. Many of you are too critical and hard on yourselves. Spiritual growth comes from loving yourself as you are now, not making yourself wrong because you haven't reached some imaginary ideal of perfection. You are perfect as you are now. Start finding the good in yourself more often. Appreciate all the things you do well, and acknowledge all the moments that you really do like yourself. Make yourself right rather than wrong. Spiritual growth is not something that you work hard for. It comes from staying with your process, realizing that everything that happens to you is part of your spiritual growth. Each shift to a higher consciousness makes the next shift easier. The closer you get to enlightenment, the more often you see signs of your progress. You may spend years laying a foundation and then suddenly leap forward in many areas at once. It may take years for some people to make a decision to grow, to take their first steps, but the time between successive shifts will grow shorter and shorter. One reason your growth accelerates is that at a certain level, you gain the tools to start taking charge of your own growth. In the beginning, you are less conscious of what you do to direct your growth. At this stage, the opening of your energy centers comes through your service to others and your daily learning experiences. Much of your learning is done first through the personality, which comes increasingly under the guidance of the higher self. At a certain level of growth, you begin directing the opening of your energy centers. This accelerates your growth because your energy centers change your personality more rapidly than working directly on your personality. Many of you are approaching this level right now as you work on your energy centers and your emotional, mental, and spiritual bodies through meditation and other techniques. One of the greatest challenges to your growth can be your personality, which can feel threatened by the increasing role your higher self plays in your life. Your personality may try anything it can to get you to stop growing, particularly after you have taken a big leap forward in some area. It may tell you to protect yourself or give you many reasons why you shouldn't continue moving ahead. Some of its methods include anger, depression, emotional swings, and simply not feeling yourself. If you have listened to the peaceful voice of your higher self and you get a sense that it is all right to continue with this particular path of growth, send love to the feelings that you are having and tell your personality that you intend to go forward. Ask for its cooperation and tell your personality it will experience an even more wonderful world as you become your higher self. Your accelerated growth means that you are making a new and deeper connection to your higher self. This can sometimes create a release of old patterns. Often, when you take a leap forward, the pattern that was holding you back the most may surface. Don't blame outside circumstances for the way that you feel. Look within and ask yourself what pattern or belief you are being shown. Ask your higher self for guidance about how you can release this pattern. The issues that come up for you are showing you the most important patterns to work on to accelerate your growth. Love and appreciate them all for the gifts that they offer you. Remember that every pattern or event that happens provides you with an opportunity to act in the highest way that you have ever acted and occurs to bring out the best in you. Give yourself the gift of growth. Do not give away your power by waiting for someone else to help you grow. Some of you say, if only my mate, friend, parents, or children would become more spiritual. If only they would meditate with me, eat healthier food, and always act kind, then I could be a more spiritual person. Do not wait for others to become more spiritual so that it will be easier for you. You are the leaders and the teachers. Make your behavior an example. Say things like, I will meditate at night. I will be calm, loving, and confident. Or, I will learn this new skill. I will take walks in the woods, get fit, or change my diet. My partner does not need to cooperate for me to begin. Your spiritual growth is the greatest contribution you can make to yourself. As you grow spiritually, you will gain many tools to create real results in the physical world. Your spiritual growth will contribute to your mastery of living, allowing you to live with more joy, aliveness, and love. Any energy you spend on growth will come back to you multiplied. The more you work on your spiritual growth, the more easily you will manifest what you want. Every moment spent loving others, growing, and expressing your aliveness will create enormous gains. Stop for a moment and make a commitment to your growth. Mentally say, I now commit to my spiritual growth and make it a priority. Think of spiritual growth as a great gift to yourself, a wonderful treat you now deserve to have. Believe that you can be your higher self and reach enlightenment in this lifetime, and you will. Accelerating your growth, meditation. This meditation can be found now on the end page of this video or in the links below. along with the rest of the audiobook. Enjoy!